period of time. So at the end of the day, that blood that you use to menstruate is actually formulating that child within your womb. So while you're being formulated, your heart, your lungs, your teeth, your skin, your nose, and everything else is being created. So when you come out of that womb, there is nobody that you know, nothing that you actually have into your mind, that your mother created. You know anything. The only thing that you know is that that woman next to you needs to actually be your sustainer, and you need to actually feed off that nipple in order for you to live. Because if you and that woman were on an island somewhere and that woman was to die and that baby was to exist, you could not actually sustain that baby because you don't have any breast milk, and you cannot give that baby water, and you cannot give that baby solid food. So therefore, you're not a sustainer and you're not a nurturer by nature. So how the fuck can a man be God when a woman creates a man and everything about a man and even gives that man a sperm in his nutsack? How the fuck can a man be God when a woman comes before the man, when a woman births a man? And birth and creation, birth and creating, or birth or creator, is synonymous with each other. So how the fuck can you come before your mother when your mother is the first person that you actually known in those triple darkness womb of that black woman? How the fuck can you be God and you're a creation? You cannot create, nature boy.
All right, so
You cannot create,
all right,
nature boy.
so all right, let me rebuttal that. Number one, we didn't come from no woman. We came from the mind. All is mental. That's the first Hermetic principle. All is mental. Before there was a physical being, we were mental. Before there was a physical being, a male or a physical being, we were mental, and those aspects were spirits. The feminine and male aspect always has existed together. You can't have one without the other. The woman is the sustainer, but the man is the producer. You said that we came from our mother, but actually 23 chromosomes of mine came from my father out of his nutsack, and the other 23 came from her egg. So what you have to realize, before we was physical, we was spiritual, and the yin and the yang has always existed. Feminine and masculine it took manifestation into the physical. And so we came at the same time. You can't have one without the other. Now, as far as you giving credit to her sustaining life and her being the sustainer of all life, that's a fact. We respect that. But we're not going to sit here and say she God. You're not God. We're God. Together we're God. Everything is God if you want to be technical about it. But when we talk about the male and female aspect, you can't have one without the other.
Okay, let
Because
me
it's
respond.
duality.
Okay, so back to what you were saying. Facts. The man makes up 23 chromosomes of the nucleus DNA, and the woman makes up 23 chromosomes of the nucleus DNA. So therefore, the man and the woman come together to give you the paternal DNA, which is called the nucleus DNA. So when you get outside of that, the woman is the only person on planet Earth, that black woman is the only person that produces that mitochondrial DNA, the opposite DNA that gives all life to that cell. So when you understand that that woman with that XX chromosome gives that man life and gives that man energy in that cell, then you will be able to understand scientific evidence that that black woman is God based on the genetic makeup of that black woman. Now, you are an inverted woman. Let's make it make sense. You got breasts that don't produce milk. So the defected. You got a phallus that ain't nothing but an oversized, elongated penis. Let's make it make sense. That ain't nothing but a clitoris. We all know that, because if you rub on a woman's clitoris, it will actually get enlarged because she got aroused. So at the end of the day, those testicles are nothing but outside ovaries. You are nothing but an outside woman, an inside out woman. If you look at it, you are inverted because you have a line going from your anus to the tip of your penis like you were sewed back together. And every fucking woman with any type of intelligence would know that you are a female before you are a male for the first 6 weeks in your mother's womb. And then she determines whether she knows what you want to be or not. And how can a woman create the brain, which neurologically creates the mind? How can you sit there and say that you're on the same actual wavelength as that woman? That don't even make no fucking sense in itself. How can your mother create a brain that you use to operate the body and you say that you're higher than your mother? Before you knew anything about God, nigga, your mama was God. Now prove me wrong.
I'm gonna prove you wrong. What you're saying is true as far as a female sustaining life. If we give her that is her function. But our function is to produce life. Now, the spirit is called the spark of life. You can go on YouTube and just reference it for yourself. Just go to YouTube, look up the spark of life. Once that means that the man gives the spirit to the egg, and that means that we are the spirit, and the woman takes that and incubates that and gives it a body. And let me tell you something. None of us are responsible for creating human beings. Nature is responsible for creating. No woman creates shit. It's a reaction. Our birth And what happens when a woman gets pregnant is a reaction of nature. It's not nothing to do that she created it with her mind or anything. She didn't create nothing. We're a parasite. It starts feeding off of you. It's a reaction. It's nature. It's not. It's not that the woman created anything. It's a happening. It's a natural occurrence that happens when we have sex and we bond. That's nature. No woman created anything. That's nature.
Okay. All right. So when we dealing with nature, and I don't really need no book to go forward, but when we dealing with nature, we got to understand that nature is a divine feminine, and nature births life with the grass, with the fruit, with the trees, and everything else that we see. So when we're talking about nature, we're talking about the divine feminine, and when we're talking about the divine, about that black woman. So if we're talking about nature and the divine feminine, and that's synonymous to the black woman, because both of them create, both of them birth. But what do, nigga? You cannot birth a motherfucking thing. So if you can't create shit, nigga, you cannot call yourself the creator, and you cannot put yourself on a level as the creator. You are the manifestation. She is the manifester. That means that she gives birth to you little niggas. That's why the black woman is God, and we are the sons of God. How come you can't comprehend that? Why does the Catholic religion pray to the Virgin? Hold on, let me
I can't
finish. Let me
comprehend it
finish. Let
because
me
I just
finish. Let
told
me
you that
finish, bro.
it's not.
How come the
Oh, go ahead, go ahead,
Catholic
go ahead, go ahead,
religion?
brother. Go ahead,
How come
go
the
ahead,
Catholic
go
religion
ahead.
prays to the Great Mother? How come they praise the Black Woman? How come they praise the Black Madonna? How come they give homage to the Virgin Mary? They don't even acknowledge Jesus. But Jesus and the Christianity came from the Catholic religion. And how come that is a homosexual motherfucking religion that has the cross, which means two penis, which means death, and the ankh means life, which is the womb in it. So when you're thinking about life, life can only be given here through that black woman. You don't have an umbilical cord to your father. You have an umbilical cord to your mother. So therefore, you are connected to your creator, which is your mother, not your father. And how can you be God if you don't create shit? And when you're talking about that woman is a manifestation of the divine feminine because she is feminine. So femininity creates just like all the animals in nature. Why won't you give her her props,
Appreciate it,
nigga?
Frankie.
Give that black woman her props, bro.
Okay, so I can't give nobody. Because I'm a logical thinker. Because I'm a scientific man. I'm a man that thinks in logic and understands reality rather than fantasy. You're trying to sell people. You're trying to sell someone. What I feel is my opinion is that you're trying to sell someone false information. It's not true. Again, like I said, no one's the creator. These are reactions. This is a nature. No one. You don't create your sperm. She don't create no egg. She didn't create no baby. That was something as a reaction of nature. You're calling her the creator when the shit came through her. We are portals for life. We're not God. You can't say that she's a god when she's a
Okay, so
portal.
let me ask you this. How is the black
That's
woman,
that. It's this
how is the
simple as
black,
that.
okay, let me
She's a
ask you,
portal.
how is the black woman a portal when she is inside you as a tadpole and she turns that tadpole, once it goes into that egg, she turns,
She
come on,
doesn't
bro, you gotta
create
let
it.
me speak. I didn't interrupt you. I'm asking you to just let me do my thing. You do your thing. I'm not gonna interrupt you. So at the end of the day, when you look at that black woman, she is fashioning life in her stomach. She is fashioning life in her womb. That's why they call her a womb man. A womb comes before the man that she is as far as being a creator. She is a womb. Men don't have a womb, so they are handicapped. When you're looking at the XX chromosome, that is a complete makeup. When you look at the XY chromosome, that is a defective gene. It's like somebody took a leg or a rib off of that Y, which is less genetic material to create a man. I don't understand how you can't see that. The woman is the creator. Everybody knows that they came from their mother and that their mother fashioned them in their stomach. You're connected to her being an umbilical cord. How is she a fucking portal when she's creating you? That makes no sense at all. Without your mother, you wouldn't exist, my nigga.
Okay, so I see
How
you
am I
get emotional. I
emotional?
keep you just because you repeat a lie doesn't make it a truth. They say that if you continue to repeat a lie, it becomes a truth to people. We gotta
All
stop
right,
giving
bro. My
people
bad.
false
My
information.
bad. I
The
ain't mean.
reality is a woman is nothing without a man, and the woman is nothing without a man, and the man is not without the woman. We are one. It's
That's
no
not true.
separating. No one came first. We
That's not
came at the
true.
same time. You have the in nature. You have feminine and you have masculine. Stop selling false information to the people. The truth about the matter is, you don't create shit. It comes through you. It's an act of nature. It's not you that's creating anything. You ain't create no egg. If you did, please tell me how you motherfucking did it. And you ain't create no chromosomes and shit. Tell me how you did it. No one created anything. Like I said, it is nature that the feminine and masculine come together to create life. Period. You can repeat it all you want. It's the same truth. You can't have one without the other. If you have masculine, you have feminine. You got feminine, you got masculine. You got a female, you got a male. You have to have both for anything to work. Both are valuable. They're equally valuable, period. And they both make up what's called
Okay.
creation, which is God. So you can't take one and say that it's God and the other one is nothing.
Okay,
Like,
so
come
let
on.
me say this. How is it documented in history? I'm talking about history that they keep finding old bones of Lucy, which is a black woman 3.2 million years ago. How is it documented that they found a black woman on the moon and they don't want to let y'all know about it? How is it documented that women existed 150,000 years before man? How is it documented that a woman gives you sperm in your body for you to go out there and be fruitful and multiply and put sperm back into another woman's body so we have a future? How is that documented? Where do you think you got your sperm from? Your mother. Just like every other organ and flesh and tissue in your body you got from your mother. Before you knew anything about what you saying, you knew your mother. So why do you keep acting like your mother ain't the all be all? It makes no sense. Like you don't want to actually submit to this black woman because you want to
Okay,
abuse her.
let me say this. Yeah, let me say this. I'm not abusing black women. I'm just calling spade what spade is. I'm telling you the truth. No matter what you want to believe as a lie, I'm telling the people the truth. You could take the lie if you want to feed off of it and give yourself a false ego, but you'll suffer with your ignorance. What I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, you can't have one without the other. They're both valuable, and the more we continue to tell black men they're not worth shit, the more we're tearing down the black family because the black man is the head of the family. He's a protector and provider of it. And if you make black men feel like they don't have no value at all, like they don't mean nothing, that's the problem, y'all. This is why we got single mothers out here raising boys. The problem here is, at the end of the day, you're devaluing black men by even uplifting one without uplifting the other.
Okay. So now you feel like you want to focus on me devaluing black men, but giving value back to that black woman gives value back to that son. So if I uplift the black woman, then I uplift the black woman, and now she can uplift her sons because she has knowledge of self. So now she can go around this motherfucker and raise better black men, better black sons. But if you don't do what I'm doing right now, you keep doing what you're doing by putting them black women down, then they're gonna be insecure. And when they have sons, their sons are gonna be insecure, and they might fuck around and go let somebody stick something in their booty because they don't have no fucking knowledge, my nigga. How come you don't put value back into that black woman?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. At the end of the day, you could continue to try to offend me. I thought we was building on the
I
knowledge.
wasn't
You
talking
continue to
about
try
you.
to degrade or defend me.
I wasn't
You hate
talking
black
about
men.
you.
What it sounds like is that
Come
you
on,
hate
man.
black. What it sounds like is you
Smoking,
hate
man.
black men, and that.
Sean, you
And
see
let me
this
say
dude?
this. I want to say this to anybody that's listening. Let me finish. Let me finish. I want to say this. If which it sounds like you're emotional, you're offensive. I'm addressing the knowledge. I don't know you. I'm addressing what you're saying. The truth of the matter is this: that if you uplift the black woman and do not uplift the black man, you are part of the issue. You are imbalanced. You cannot uplift the black woman and don't uplift the black man. We have enough. You have enough to uplift both. You have to uplift the black man. You can't just keep talking about the black woman this, the black woman that. And woman cannot raise a man. That's a fact. That's the problem we have in the world today. A woman cannot raise a
Okay.
man,
All right,
and
cool.
that needs to be said. So at the end of the day,
Okay.
we could say it like this: you saying you trying to build the woman,
Okay.
we need to build both. I build the black man and let him know he is
Okay.
king at the end of the day. That he's to conquer, he's to rule,
Okay.
he's to govern life
Okay.
and govern information and knowledge and information and stand up right. So we have to build the black man first and the black woman, or we can build them at the same time. And the black man needs to lead. He's to stand up and lead. You can't say black woman, black woman, black woman, and that's cool, and not say the black man. You're imbalancing what you're saying, and that's not righteous.
Okay,
That's not my
so
yacht.
Mayat is righteousness, and Mayat is saying exactly what I'm saying because Mayat works through me. So in order to reach the black man, you have to bleach the black woman in order for her to teach the black son. See, that's what you don't understand. If the woman has value, her son will have value. And then when her son grows up, due to that program, he will be a man because of his mother was able to install value into that son, which he raised up and been a man. But because that son is not being properly guided by that black woman, and because she's not valued and she's walking around insecure and she don't know herself, then she cannot properly teach that son to know himself. And therefore, you have confusion when that son gets older and he begins to do degenerate things like murder other black men or become sexually involved with another man. So at the end of the day, it makes no sense for you to say both. I'm sorry, you do you. If you want to put value back into that black man, cool. But a black man don't need value put into him because he already knows his value. That's what makes him a man. See, when you step on women and bring them down, that makes you look weak. like you can't do it on your own. So all those women that's over there agreeing with you, no, don't stop me.
Let me
Don't
say this
stop me.
though.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to
Let
you.
me
Don't
say
stop
this.
me.
Because I just want to stay on the knowledge. Let's stay on the knowledge, bro. Because you keep talking about me.
All
You
right.
keep going
All
back
right.
to me. Let,
All
let's
right.
let's let's stay on the knowledge. What I'm saying to you is this: when it comes, and I want to say this about stop tearing down homosexuality. There's nothing wrong with being homosexual. I want to say that publicly. If you're homosexual, it is a divine purpose outside of sexuality for homosexuals. People keep saying homosexual like that's a bad thing. It's not bad to be gay, and that's another deterioration of our black men. It's not, if you don't understand what the metaphysical reason or spiritual meaning of being gay is, then you're going to deteriorate it and downgrade it because the white man told you that in his Bible. It is a divine thing to be homosexual. Let's talk about being homosexual and talk about that, because you're saying that it's not okay to be homosexual
Okay.
when that's in nature. It's a natural
Okay.
occurrence as well. And I want to talk about this because you make it seem like that's a bad
Mm.
thing to be gay. I'm not particularly gay, but at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with being gay, and I understand the
Okay.
purpose of being gay. When anytime there's an imbalance between in nature, nature has a way of making up for what's lacking. Anytime in a community, the black community, that there's issues between the masculine and feminine in the community, the mother will produce a homosexual child, a child with the spirit of the opposite sex, to actually bring forth balance in the community. So homosexual energy, metaphysically, not just because we have reduced a kind of people that come through naturally, and we are telling them that they're an abomination and they're bad, and that's what the white man has done. But we have never done that in our times in ancient history, have taken homosexual people and degraded them to this point. Stop making homosexuality seem like that's bad. That's the number one thing I'm going to say.
I ain't seen it.
Because
I
homosexuality
don't
is
know. I ain't seen
actually
it.
a way of nature bringing in balance between masculine and feminine, and the masculine and the feminine spirits, period.
Okay. So let. All right.
Outside of sexuality, because we reduce them to their
All right.
sexuality,
Cool.
and
Now
that's
let me
not right.
respond. So let me ask you this: if I'm a father, and I get with a woman, and me and this woman, we have a baby, right? I'm a father, and me and my woman, we have a baby, right? And this little girl doesn't want to actually be with a boy. She don't want to be with a man. She wants to grow up and she wants to get with a woman. So guess what? If her mind is made up on that, my legacy dies. My future is over with. I don't get to pass on because my bloodline is dead. So at the end of the day, when you talk the shit that you talking, are you even thinking? Homosexuality is depopulation and white supremacy in itself. But you talking about the white man. Nigga, if you have a man and a man having sex, there is no producing. There is nothing there. So how can you sit there and act like there's future in that? I don't understand. How do you promote your own annihilation and your own destruction? So anybody that supports homosexuality is supporting depopulation and the genocide of the black race. And if you're doing that, then that makes all the sense in the world because you're a negative man.
Okay, I don't want to attack me. Let's talk about the knowledge again. Let's stay off of me. Let's talk about the knowledge again. I'm not attacking you. I'm only talking about the knowledge. Now, again, you are reducing homosexual people to their sexuality alone. You're not asking why nature has produced, and it's in the animal kingdom. Why is homosexual acts
Okay,
in the
yeah.
animal kingdom? Now, we're not just reducing a
It's time to
person,
go.
a being, to their sexuality. That's called discrimination. Period. What we're gonna, what we, I'm gonna
No,
wait
I'm
for you to
listening
get
to
done,
you.
brother.
Everybody else is listening to you too. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, but I hear a
Right.
baby crying.
I'm
I
a
can hear a
father.
baby crying. Okay.
Hmm?
Okay.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
father
Yeah, the
as well.
gas station.
So, okay, so I listen. All I want to say is this, brother. When it comes to homosexuality, we're reducing what was called, we call them the two spirited beings. There's music playing.
That's
I hear
Sean. That
music.
ain't me.
Sean, I hear music, Sean.
Hold on. Hold on. She got the music playing in the hoop.
Can you mute your mic, please? I'll wait. She ready to get it on. she can't.
Go ahead.
She playing Maxwell. All right. So this is what I'm saying to you. We are reducing human beings that in our days in indigenous times we called them the oracles. We called them the two spirited beings. They're very talented individuals and they have a metaphysical reason. It's not just a physical sexual thing. There's first of all, if a woman wants to be with another woman, it's because we are overpopulated. This we are overpopulated and we are in violence and we are in balance. And this is what homosexual spirit has come to bring balance between the sexes. And people don't know that, but I stand and I tell the truth that we reduce what we call homosexual people, which are two-spirited beings, which is a natural occurrence in nature, to their sexuality and to call them an abomination because it doesn't produce life. When we're taking life for granted and we're summoning this spirit in our children when we take life for granted. It's not just a white man that's doing that to you, that's creating that imbalance. It's a natural occurrence in nature. When in our community, when there's an imbalance between the feminine and the masculine, you will reproduce a child that will have a spirit of a male or a female in the opposite gender. What that means, not just sexually, is that that person will have ideas. This is why homosexual people or two-spirited people are very intelligent, and they have a higher sense of style and taste, and they basically bring the flavor into this world because of the fact that they have talent and they're gifted and they are godly people. They're divine entities, but we have taken something divine and criminalized it and made it and outcast it and made it feel like what it was. And that's the very reason why you are
Okay.
summoning this spirit
All
to
right.
bring balance. And this always happens at the end. Let me finish my last statement. This always happens at the end of a civilization. The homosexual spirit comes to try to bring balance. That's just
Okay. So,
nature. And that's why Sodom and Gomorrah
uh,
was all about. When that homosexual spirit comes, you know you're at the end
right,
of your civilization because there's a misbalance between
right,
masculine and
right,
feminine aspect. If there was a balance
right,
between men and women and
right.
their roles and they were in their
Mm,
proper roles
mm.
in nature, then you would never
Okay.
manifest that spirit. And homosexual people need to know what their metaphysical reason for being here is, instead of being told that it's just an abomination to
All
be
right, cool.
homosexual.
Now let me say this. There is no homosexual that was ever shown in black history, and nobody can ever prove any of it. All of it came from the Greeks. That was the start of homosexuality when the Greeks brought it in, when they took it from Egypt and they tried to act like the Egyptians was homosexual, but it was some false made up shit. The reason why these Europeans are Europeans for the simple fact they are unnatural. So, hey, bro, I didn't do that to you, bro. I,
No, no, go
I
ahead. I'm
know, I
sorry.
know. Let's let me
Go ahead.
finish.
I'm listening. I'm letting you
Let
go.
me fin let me
I'm just
finish.
at all what you're
So
saying. That's crazy.
when these people actually created Christianity, Christianity was a homosexual religion. Like I said, this is why they have the cross, which means death, which means two crosses put together. Those are two penises. And at the end of the day, you cannot have a child by creating with these penises. But I'm trying to explain something to you. If you would let me finish, Famo, I didn't do what you're doing right now. This is kind of rude.
I'm letting you talk. I'm letting you talk. Go ahead. I'm letting you talk. I'm
So
just
at the
like,
end of the
what?
day, when you look at it, the Bible promotes homosexuality in the form where you have God the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. What happened to the woman? They got the whole Trinity from the god Osiris, who they changed to Asar, and Heru, who they changed to Horus, and then you have Isis, who was Aset. That was the Trinity. And then Aset had the Immaculate Conception when she delivered Horus. This is ancient Egyptian mythology and theology that they got from to create Christianity. So when these homosexual Europeans, who was William Shakespeare and his friend King James, had a homosexual relationship with each other, and you can see it because they wore heels and they wore wigs. So when you're talking about these people, you need
Hey,
to
you
be
see
able
this
to
PTM
understand
right
who
here?
you're dealing with. They took the woman out of the
Yeah, come
Trinity and
online.
added a
You gotta see
ghost.
this shit.
So how the fuck do you take the woman out of the Trinity and add a ghost? Because they never liked the woman. That's why religion is always talking bad about the woman. That's why religion is calling a woman a prostitute, a Jezebel, a whore, a demon. She can't preach in church. She's under punishment. She can't do anything. She can't wear her face in public. The woman is not allowed to speak unless the man says so. The woman, it goes God, the man, and then the woman, and then the child. How is that possible when the woman comes before all of them? Without that woman, life does not exist because she has that God gene, which is the
You know.
mitochondrial gene. Let's be real, bro. Let's not.
Hey, Sean, can you mute up, Sean? Sean, mute up. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sean. Can you mute up? Can you mute up?
Hey, mute me real quick. Y'all can mute me. I can't mute myself though. Mute me on y'all end.
How you do it? Oh, I got you. Okay, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead. Y'all can go ahead.
Go ahead, brother. Okay, okay, listen. I cannot believe you just said that sexuality started with white people. Are you kidding me? This homosexuality
Hey,
all
can you hand me
throughout
those
nature.
books right there? That's on that chair
That's a
outside.
fact.
Okay,
That's a
name an
fact.
animal.
Homosexuality did not start with we homosexuals have came and been this has always been always will be in the universe. It is something that is an act of nature, bro. It's not they didn't create shit. We have to stop demonizing people
Okay.
that are two spirited.
All right,
This is
can I finish? Can
crazy.
I finish what I was saying? All right, this is what I'm this
And you're actually degrading the feminine spirit. Let me no, hold on, brother, because I'm talking now, bro. It's my turn. We're actually degrading the actual feminine spirit itself. Like you're looking at the physical. You're not looking at the metaphysical, the spiritual realm. These men have spirits of feminine spirits. So if you saying the divine feminine and you fuck with the divine feminine, and these men are holding these spirits of divine feminine in confusion, and what they're doing with that spirit is because of how we demonize them, they discriminate against, and they start doing stupid shit because we demonize them and we create our own monsters. We push people out, make them feel alienated, and they turn into monsters. And we say, look at what this is an abomination. No, motherfucker, you are. Not you personally. I'm talking about we are the abomination when we discriminated against a person because we don't understand. White men did nothing but misunderstand homosexuality. They told you that homosexuality was bad and it's abomination. They told you that two-spirited beings or the oracles, which we called them the oracles in indigenous times, we called them the oracles. We went to them for advice. We went to them to channel in understandings on things that will occur. If you ever watch the movies, we've always went to the oracles and the two-spirited beings. These were we call them the enchanted ones. We've always uh honored this spirit and understood that it came as a message to tell us that we was out of balance with our woman, and our men were out of balance with their woman. We were out of balance, and that's what the spirit comes to tell us. The metaphysical reason, and not reducing them to their own sexuality and saying that they're an abomination because of their sexuality alone. There's a purpose for every living being on this planet, and you cannot reduce a two-spirited being to just their sexuality and not understand. The only reason why you would do that is because you do not understand, and we fear what we don't know. And it's not fear, and I won't stand for it. The truth about the matter is, when we are intelligent and we are highly understood, we don't have to fear anything because we can understand that knowledge is power. We don't have to fear anything by saying it's an abomination. And no, it's not an abomination. It's a sign from the universe that we are out of sync with feminine and masculine spirit within our
all right,
communities.
so boom. You cannot point out one animal in nature that's homosexual. Because animals are not homosexual because they live by a code, just like humans do. But because you're being programmed within your mind to do things that you wouldn't normally
Ooh,
do,
that's a
you
gas.
continue to go out there and have homosexual sex because the television and propaganda. Because your mother doesn't have the knowledge to value herself, so she can't install value in you, so you become curious. And I'm not focusing on you, but you had your own situations in your childhood. But if you would have had a better mother that had value in herself, then she probably would have made sure that you didn't have those situations that happened to you. But it did. So at the end of the day, just because it happened to you doesn't mean that you should be out here promoting it. Because homosexuality is a denial of heterosexuality. That means that if you're sitting there and promoting a homosexual lifestyle, I'm sorry, but heterosexuals make homosexuals. So if heterosexuals make homosexuals, in order for there to be more homosexuals, that means that the homosexuals need to start promoting the heterosexuals. How the fuck can you be enemies with people that can destroy you? That makes no sense. And that is exactly what I'm doing. I am raising this woman up to actually look at herself and be able to train her children to not to go that route. So it will be less of you and more of us. To the point when we see you guys, we know it's a mental illness and we can get rid of you on the spot. At the end of the day, homosexuality is a white man's creation. Black people knew better. It is not in our nature, just like it is not in nature to actually produce such a thing. And that's why no black people in ancient history has ever been homosexual. You cannot prove it, and all you guys do is speculate. You cannot prove nowhere where there's an animal that's homosexual. You cannot do it. When you say a dog
a dog doesn't know how to stick his dick in a pussy because he can't see, because he is practicing doggy style. So let's not say that. Let's be real. If we're going to be 100, homosexuality is a mental sexual illness. MSI, a mental sexual illness. It is a mental perversion and it's the gateway to pedophilia. So anybody that'll stick their penis in a woman's anus will stick their penis in a man's anus. And anybody that stick their penis in a man's anus does not mind sticking their penis in a child's anus. It is a sexual perversion. And you know it because it happened to you. Now let's be a real fucking man, Nature Boy, and stand up to this real shit.
Well, I don't even know why you would let something like that come out your mouth, man. But that's okay. What I'm gonna say is this. I'm gonna try to keep it on the knowledge because that was weird. Um, like I said, we could agree to disagree on this one. I told you the reason, the metaphysical reason for homosexuality. I'm not promoting it. Obviously, I'm a heterosexual man. I got wives. I have children. I'm living my life. I'm honest. I'm who I am. But it's not to bring me in personally. I agree to disagree with you. I don't think that homosexual people are abomination, and there are animals that have homosexual acts. Homosexual acts are all throughout nature. All you got to do is go to YouTube. If we could put YouTube on here, and we could put homosexuality.
Name
Anybody that
one.
want to do their referencing
Name
of
one.
facts
Name
and not
one.
feelings. Wait, hold on,
Name
hold on,
one.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm talking. Bonobo apes. That's,
Then
do
there
you know about
wouldn't
the
be no
bonobo
more
ape?
Bonolo apes because they would have died off.
I'm not saying what I'm saying to you is that if you just do some research and look up if there's homosexuality in nature, just go to YouTube and put homosexuality in nature, you will see that most all of nature there's homosexual acts all throughout nature. So it is an act of a very natural thing. Is what I'm saying to you. I'm not promoting it. All I'm saying to you is that at the end of the day, it's natural. You could just simply go do some research yourself, bro. And it's very simple. But if you want to be closed minded and you want to hold that white supremacy mentality, that's fine. But if you want to know science, if you want to know biology, science, if we want to talk facts, then we have to take our feelings out of it and we have to go into biology. We have to just go into animals and anthropology. We have to study animals and their behavior and study nature and its behavior, and you will see that there's homosexual acts all throughout nature. Period. So with that being said, I don't want to talk about that no more. Let's move to the next
Okay.
subject, brother. If that's
All right,
okay
let me
with you.
bring it up. Let me bring it up. Let me bring up the next subject. Hold on a second. I want you women to look at this. The rise of the black woman. You women never need to be afraid again. The power has always resided in you. Never submit your will to anything but yourself. You see, man needed to dominate you. Take away your story, or shall I say her story. That was their only way to rule her story. Has been hidden under his story for way too long. All that is hidden shall come to light. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, the matriarch has been hijacked by the patriarch where man ruled. So man had to oppress and suppress women in order for them to actually be in charge. And the only way they could have done that was by being a predator. That's why you have so many predators out here instead of protectors. Because the black man was created to protect the black woman, but the black man has turned into a predator. And I hate to say it, like you, Nature Boy, who feed off and abuse women. And I'm not trying to come at you,
Here we
bro.
go. Here
I'm
we
not
go.
trying to
Stay off
come
me.
at you.
Stay off
But
me.
you
Stay
abuse
off me.
women.
No. Just stay on the knowledge. Stay on the
I'm
knowledge. Stay
on
on
the
the knowledge,
knowledge,
bro. Stay
bro.
off
But
me,
let's
man.
let's
Stay
let's
off
be
me.
real, bro.
Stay on the
You
knowledge.
abuse women.
Stay on
All
the
right,
knowledge. Stay
cool.
on the knowledge. Stay on the knowledge, bro. Continue to teach your knowledge.
All right,
Educate
all
the
right,
woman.
all
Go
right,
ahead.
all right. All I'm saying is homosexuality is not a natural. It's not a natural thing. It is unnatural. It was created by the white man because he was homosexual by nature. By nature, he was homosexual. I kid you not. This is why Hitler raised a whole army of homosexuals so they can have sex with each other so they wouldn't like women. You guys know this. When you do your research, you'll be able to know that. There is nowhere in history or in her story where you find carbonated, Nubian, melanated people practicing homosexuality. Nowhere. You can't find even the word anywhere. So when you talk about this shit happening in nature, if homosexuality is in nature, then it wouldn't be no more nature. There wouldn't be no more because nature needs to actually be fruitful and multiply. So a tree reproduces. It creates a seed. It goes back into the earth to reproduce again. It doesn't put a seed in the asshole of another nigga to be able to not reproduce nothing. You know damn well that if you put your nut in the
Keep saying
asshole,
crazy.
nothing comes out of it. Nothing. So at the end of the day, you know you're doing something wrong. Because if I put my nut in a vagina, that nut has intelligence and will go to the fallopian tube 99% of the time and impregnate that egg. So you know you're doing something natural if you're able to reproduce something natural. Make it make sense, Nature Boy. How is homosexuality?
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
make it. You don't gotta
Major,
scream,
press
bro.
star, bro.
You don't gotta scream.
Hold on.
Your daughter's right there. You ain't
How is
gotta scream in her ear.
homosexuality natural when homosexuality
Why are
cannot
you screaming in your
produce
daughter's ear?
life?
We can
When
hear
it
you,
cannot
brother. We
produce
can hear
life,
you, brother.
it can't produce life. So how is it natural?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you now how it's natural without producing life. Sexuality, our sexuality is not for just reproduction. If you didn't know that. And I just want to say this on a side note. You don't gotta
That's
scream.
just
We
the
can
way
hear
I
you.
talk.
Your
She's used
daughter's
to it.
ear
That's
right
just the
there.
way I talk.
Yeah, but your
She's
daughter
used to
ear.
it. That's the way I talk. She's
But
fine.
your daughter.
Her mother had the
Okay,
sound of an
okay.
airplane in her
All right.
womb. That water, it was real loud in there. She's really good. She good.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Look. All right. Listen. Our sex is not for reproduction alone. Reproduction is actually a byproduct of bonding. Our sex is for bonding. It's for our survival. Human beings need to bond to survive. This is science. This is not personal feelings. This is facts. Sex is for bonding. It's for our survival. Human beings have to bond to survive because we need to stick together to survive as a species. So sex is an act of bonding, and reproduction is a is a byproduct of bonding. So either way you look at it, you're not going to be able to stop reproduction of the human race because man and woman are going to have sex. Men and men are going to have sex. Woman and woman are going to have sex because of bonding. It doesn't matter. The human beings need to bond, and reproduction is a side product of bonding.
Okay, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But none of that shit makes sense, my nigga. Because a sexual act is a perversion act. How can sexuality have anything to do? Like, listen, you're taking sexuality and using it for pleasure. So a nigga stuck his dick in you and tickled your G spot, and now you think it has something to do with bonding. It has nothing to do with that. That is a perversion. That is a perversion. If you can't reproduce, that is a selfishness. That is selfish. That's for self-pleasure. That's for gratification. That has nothing to do with nothing being natural. That's like eating ice cream to make you feel happy, nigga. That's bonding. I don't understand what you're talking about. Listen, bro, you know damn well that you shit feces out of your ass. And if you put a penis in feces, then that penis is gonna get bacteria. Let's be real with this shit. Bacteria goes into your body, and now you feel like being bisexual. You want to go give those women diseases. You're an abomination, my nigga. Let's be real. You're fucking man, and then going to fuck women, and but
You
listen,
talk
you
about
fuck
me
men,
again.
you
You
fuck
talk
men,
about me
and then
again.
fuck women.
You talk about me again. You're talking
Oh,
about
my
me
fault,
again. I'm
my
talking
fault,
about
my
the
fault,
subject and
my fault,
science and
Nature
knowledge.
Boy,
You
my
talk
fault,
about
my
me
fault,
again.
my fault.
Right. All right. Let me say this. Scientifically, there's something called the male G spot in the anus, and that's why they do it. People don't just have sex in the anus for no reason. As far as what you eat and how nasty your fecal matter is and how dirty you are with what you eat, that's just goes into your diet. All throughout nature, lions have sex anally. Monkeys have sex anally. It's all throughout nature. They do it to dominate. They do it for social status. It's all throughout nature. You can do your own research on it. You don't have to be immature. We don't have to be immature when it comes to our sexuality. We can study what that means. People are not having sex anally because it doesn't feel good. There's actually a G spot, and it's scientifically proven inside of the anal that stimulates and turns people on. So people are going to do that because it feels good and it bonds them. And that's we need bonding for our survival. So if what explain the G spot in the man, please.
I can't explain none of that shit, nigga. I ain't never did no shit like that. I don't know what
I
you
know you
talking about.
can.
Talking about explaining some G spot, nigga. I hit the G spot. I'm that type of nigga to get up in a female with my curve 9.5 and hit that motherfucker. And I got real people on the app that know real shit. Cause I showed them what I'm working with. All of that
You in
bullshit you
front of your
talking
daughter
about,
though.
nigga,
You in
I
front of
don't
your
go with
daughter though.
assholes. I know better.
You in
I'm
front
just
of your
letting you
daughter
know.
though.
I
You
don't know
are. You
nothing
do
about
got your
no G
daughter in
spot.
your
I
hand
never
though.
even looked at it. I don't even know how to Google it.
You
What
do
the
got your
fuck?
daughter in
I
your
don't
hand
even know
right
how to
now.
Google a G spot, nigga. I don't get involved in all of that shit. That's for somebody else. But listen,
You do. You need to
huh?
study
What you
science.
say?
You got to
Yeah,
study
all right.
science, brother. If you're gonna
Yeah,
teach knowledge and we're
yeah.
gonna teach truth, that we have to study. We
Yeah,
have to
I hear
study the
you.
facts.
I'm
We have
not
to
into
study the
that.
facts. We have to study the facts about the matter, not be emotional and not just go on what we
Yeah.
think and what we feel. But we have to study the knowledge. Your name is
Hmm.
King Knowledge. So it's plenty of knowledge you need to look into to
I
ask
do.
yourself why, instead of just having your personal
My,
subjective feelings about something. You have to actually go into the science of the matter to
my
understand why
nigga,
these things occur.
I'm gonna just listen to me. I don't give a fuck what a nigga do with his dick. All I'm saying is respect
Yo, you in
a
front of
boy
your
that doesn't
daughter.
understand what a
You in
dick
front of your
is,
daughter.
bro. I don't understand why you keep saying that.
Yeah, but
How
you
does
still
she?
come
How
on.
can my daughter
It's just come on. Put your
comprehend what
daughter
I'm
away,
saying
man.
and she doesn't know English?
But I'm
I
just
know, come on, you're
come on,
focused
man.
on the
It just
wrong
look
thing.
crazy.
I'm actually a father. So at the end of the day, I don't want her to cry, so I'd rather hold her. If I could give her to a mother, I would. But I can't.
Okay, well let's use another word. Let's use another word.
It seems like when
It
I
just
talk,
don't
bro,
look
you
right,
don't
bro.
want to
It's not
let
a
me
good look.
talk, but I got to sit here, be respectful, and listen to you. No, go ahead.
Now
You
go ahead,
good.
brother. Go
I'm
ahead, bro.
listening to you.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. But so that's the knowledge about the matter, right? I'm giving you the knowledge and the information. You could think about me, whatever you think about me. I'm just giving you the facts about the matter. So at the end of the day, I'm not being emotional because I have real knowledge and I have real understanding. So I don't need to get emotional because I have that real knowledge, and that's why people follow me, because they learn things from me, real information.
What I'm going to say to you is this, and I hope that you can actually understand this. If I can get to you in any way, if I can help
Mm-hmm.
you help them, just think twice before you put energy out because it comes back. And you, if you have knowledge, you know that. If me and you can agree to that, then I think we on the same page. And for anybody to think that I'm trying to be like you, my nigga, you stay in your lane. Like you build your own house, you build your own lane. I built my own lane. I didn't need you to build it and you didn't need me to build it. I don't have women surrounding me to the point where you see me on camera doing certain things to women or using them as content. It's just me every day. And if it ain't me, it's me and her. So what I will say to you is, if you put that energy back, just understand that it will come back. So if you can understand that, why don't you give them women uplifting instead of tearing them down? Why do you feel like a real, listen, hold
Well,
on,
you
I'm
don't
gonna let
know
you
me.
finish. Hold on,
You
bro.
don't know me.
A real man, and you know this. No, I'm
Here
not
we go.
coming
Back
back
to
to
me
those.
again.
Are you
Back to
gonna
me
let
because
me
there's no
speak, bro?
knowledge.
Come on, bro. Please, I'm asking you. Oh,
Let's talk
I'm
about
speaking.
knowledge.
A real man will uplift women, contribute to their life, become a solution to their problems, be able to actually elevate them mentally, spiritually, and physically. A real man does not tear down women and degrade women and talk to them like they dogs and look on them and shit on them and beat them and abuse them verbally and physically and spiritually. A real man don't do that shit. So when you're talking about a real man, you have to start looking at certain criterias to actually be a real man, my nigga. And you don't fit those criterias, nigga. I'm
Okay, you
not
attacking me.
attacking
You
you. I'm
screaming in your
talking
daughter
about
ear.
being a real
Listen,
man and not a real
like
man.
stop. Please stay off my name. Please stay off my name. Listen, what I want to say is this. You don't know me. You see the negative, and you going on the negative only. Anybody that's been watching me, press one if you see me treat my queens good. And we be dancing, have a good time partying, and you see me take them out to eat, and you see me make sure I uplift my woman. If you see me uplift my woman publicly, press one. It's a whole fact. It's already been documented. You only taking the negative and running with that. I have discrepancies like any
Nigga,
other
look at
man with
that.
his woman, and it has been public. And okay.
Look at the
What I'm gonna say
comments
is
though.
this:
You asking to press
at the
one.
end of the day,
Motherfuckers
I
press
want to.
777 and 006 and 5. Everybody
No,
pressing
niggas is
everything
definitely
but one.
pressing
Nigga,
one.
look at
You
the
delusional.
comments.
Like niggas, most of the people press one. I'm not talking about the trolls. Most of the people press one. They seen me. They watch me. You don't. You just heard the negative. You got negative things sent to you about me, and You got me fucked up. And I'm not here. What I'm saying to you is you don't know me enough to judge me. You don't know what I'm doing. You only seen the negative. You never seen anything else. You should ask more questions than forming assumptions. Because you're making yourself look crazy to the people
Me?
that see the other side.
So what I'll ask you, what I
Yes, brother, because you only taking the negative things about me and promoting that and saying I'm a bad person, but you don't know me. You can't judge me. Who are
if
you
you're
to
in a
judge me?
relationship with a woman and you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, I'm saying you're providing, you're protecting, you're bringing home, you're making her feel good. As soon as you cheat on that woman, all that shit go away. One negative thing can destroy you, nature boy, and I don't think you understand that. All the fucking positive shit you did went out the
Well, I'm
window
not.
when you
Well,
fucking
I
do
don't.
negative.
Well, we have to agree to
All the
disagree,
positive
brother.
goes out the window when you do
We have
negative.
to. We have to. Again, you're
I'm
screaming in your
talking,
daughter's
bro.
ear.
Why you keep
Control
saying,
yourself.
what the
You're
fuck, bro? What's
emotional.
wrong with you? You don't want me to talk?
You keep using foul language. You cursing in your daughter's ear while you holding a baby. That's not honorable. What I'm saying to you is you should be able to control your emotions better than what you're doing right now in front of the world, because women are watching you, and no matter what you're saying, they're looking at what you're doing, and you're obviously showing that you have no self control as a man.
I don't know if you want to talk, man, or if you want to deflect. I don't know what you want to do. You just let me know. Can we go on, or you just want to
I'm
deflect?
being real with you, man. Your woman is watching. All these women that you talking to, they watching you, bro. They looking at what you're doing. And if
So
you're gonna be honorable,
let me
be
ask a
honorable all the way,
question. Let
bro.
me
You
ask a
screaming and
question.
cursing in
Let
a
me
little
ask
girl's
one
ear.
question to the people in the comments. I'll let you ask. To all the people in the comments, if you ever seen King Knowledge teach you something new or elevate you, please put flames in the comments. If I've ever elevated you or taught you something that you've never been taught before, please put flames in the comments. Now watch, Nature Boy. There's a difference between me and you. That's a lot, Nature Boy. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot,
That's
Nature
cool.
Boy. That's a
That's
lot.
cool. No, that's cool. I'm pretty sure yes, you do uplift the black woman. I see you do that. I give you that, and I commend you for that. What I'm saying to you is this. Now, if I've uplifted you, if I taught you something you never knew
Ooh.
before,
I,
press
okay,
one.
okay, okay.
If I've changed your life with my knowledge, if I taught you something you never knew before, and damn near changed your life with the shit that I said, press one, because mad people follow me, bro, for a reason. It's no,
No,
they're not
don't
just
talk
following
over
me for
them.
no
Look at what
reason,
they're
bro.
pressing. Nobody's pressing 1-222-666-555. Look at it,
Really?
bro. Just be real. -0. Look.
Oh, you don't see it on my side. I see it on your side. Okay, I see it on your side. I don't. I see
Yeah, you
my
can't see
side.
the
I don't see your
comments on
side.
it.
So I
Oh,
understand
Yeah.
it.
okay.
Yeah, I see my side as all ones. All
Oh,
my
okay.
side is all ones, because these are
Okay,
people
that's
that
what
follow
Yeah,
it
we
you.
can't
is.
see each other's sides.
Yeah. So
So
on your
this is
side, of course,
so
people that
this
follow you, they admire you, and I respect that. And if you
so
are teaching them, that's cool. What I'm saying to
So
you,
let
you
me
ain't gotta
ask you a
attack me or
question. Let
put
me
my
ask
light
you a
out
question.
for you
Let
to
me ask
shine.
you a I'm
That's
a
all I'm saying.
righteous man. This is all that I want to ask you. Can you come over and sit on my panel
Hmm.
and I talk to the women that you deal with? Can you come over? I'm not going to bring you up. I just want to see if they can be acceptable to what I'm saying to them. That's all I ask you.
They right here. You could
Okay.
talk to them right now. You could
Okay, let
talk
me
to my
talk to
woman
one
right
of them.
now. Come on, y'all ready? Come on, talk to the brother. The brother want to talk to you.
I
And
would
don't
never do that
disrespect my
because I
woman.
wouldn't want you to do mine. I understand energy.
They all right here. They sitting around me at
All
all
right,
times. They
cool.
right here.
I'll talk to the one that I see right in front of the camera. Now, I'm not doing any disrespect to you.
No,
I don't
they
listen.
actually
Listen.
they all right.
Okay.
All right
I don't
here.
I appreciate you guys actually getting on the
They all
camera.
right here. All five of them. All five of them. Right. All five of them is right here, brother. Go ahead. They all five of them
I
right here.
thank you
Go
guys
ahead.
for getting on the camera. All I'm going to say is this. You women birth us men. You are the creators of this creation that we call men. This is what you made inside your womb. This is what you create. You can never, ever submit to your
They need
creation.
response.
You know what I'm saying? But you can keep thinking that because maybe you're under duress and you feel like you have to do that. But they
Whoa.
doing
Listen,
this. Why are
you
they
don't
doing all
teach
of
my
that?
woman
Why would
anything.
you
You can ask
don't
some
put okay,
questions.
I don't want to
You can
talk to you.
ask them questions.
That's fine.
You can ask them questions. You can ask them questions. But you can't try to teach my woman anything. This is my woman. I teach my
My
woman. You
bad.
don't teach my
My
woman. You
bad.
can ask them a question, or you want to
No,
ask
no,
them
no, no.
anything. You can ask
It's
them. Here you
okay.
go, brother. Go ahead.
I'm sorry,
Stay,
I'm sorry, women.
stay,
You guys are goddesses. I
stay
respect
in your
you.
place.
I
Stay in your
hope you
place.
guys have a good time. Enjoy
Stay
yourself.
in your
My
place.
bad.
Stay in your place. Respect me as a man.
I
Respect me
respect
as a
them.
man.
I
Respect
don't
me
want
as
to
a man.
talk to another man's woman, so I don't want you to feel no type of way. I don't want to get them in trouble either.
If you want to
No, no,
question
no.
them, they right here. They right
I
here.
don't
You want
want
to
them to
question
feel
them?
threatened. I don't want
They
them
right
to
here.
feel like they're in. I don't want to get them in any problems.
Nobody feel threatened.
Listen,
All I'm saying is,
how about
no,
you?
ain't
How
no,
about
don't
you go
nobody.
to
Do
the
y'all feel threatened?
bathroom and let me talk to you?
We don't feel threatened. That's what we thought we was here to
No,
answer a
what
question.
I'm saying is,
That you
I
had.
can't talk to you guys. He got you alone. Let me have you alone so I can talk to you. I can't talk to you when you got the demon standing next to you.
Now you're not about to.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Sean,
I'm
you hear
just
this
saying.
nigga?
Bro, I can't
Sean,
talk to
you
him.
hear
You
this?
gotta. You standing there like this. That nigga standing there like this on me. That
Yo,
nigga
tell
standing
him.
there like this on
Tell
me.
him.
He's standing there with his gun and
I want
shit.
to talk to
Boy,
you
you
alone,
better not
nigga.
say nothing. Shut up.
Nah, we
Shut
got a
up.
man for
Look,
that. We
he's
got a
standing
man
there
to
like this. Shut
educate and
up. You
teach us.
talk.
We don't
You
need
Yo,
your.
this
talk.
We don't
nigga.
You
need you
talk.
to educate us. We know who
Oh,
we are. Wild black men.
Now listen to the black woman
go ahead.
speak. Let
Talk.
him talk. Go ahead.
Okay. Go.
Yeah, we know divinely what we're doing and what we're guided as to
Speak.
do.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, we don't need you to educate us. We have our black men to educate us. We live our righteous life through our black men.
Okay. I'm listening.
We
Oh,
have knowledge itself. We know and understand who we are through Baba G. We don't need you to educate us. We don't need you to sit there and tell us who we are. We already know that. So we don't need your opinion. You live your life, you educate the people that you supposed to educate, you educate the women you supposed to educate, and we gonna be educated by
okay.
our
But
people.
Right.
but can I say this?
Period.
Can I say this? I'm not trying to
And
educate you.
we,
I can't talk. Can I say something? All I'm saying is when you understand,
You can say something, but
I
don't be
mean, you won't let
disrespectful.
me talk. I
No,
shouldn't
you
have to
can't
be
talk.
put
You can
on.
listen because the black woman rule you. The black woman
Exactly.
rule you. Let them talk. Let them talk. You be quiet and listen to the woman.
we we understand that we
What the fuck
we
are
are
you
not
doing?
God alone. Women, we are not God alone. Like we understand that. So we don't need the whatever the teachings that it is that you come from, the misinformation that you come from. We are already enlightened on that. So everything that you're saying, we already in our mind have the understanding of what is divine truth. That there is no God without masculine and feminine energy. So
It's
we don't even,
duality.
yeah, everything is duality. It's a balance. So everything that you're saying is creating more imbalance, actually. And so in ourselves, we don't even resonate with it. It don't even align with us because we understand divine truth and mathematics.
Yes.
Facts,
That's a fact.
But
science.
okay,
So
That's facts. There is nothing that no, there
Be
was
quiet
nothing
come on,
now,
man. You
Lena.
that
being
you would
disrespectful
be
now. Come
able to
on.
say that's gonna have us listen to you. We are in total agreement with our man. So we understand his stance and that is our stance. Anything that you say, we have the knowledge. Like, it's, for example, you keep on saying that the black woman is God. He just told you that there is no God, one without the other.
They complement
So
each
they
other.
complement each other. They are one and the same. So you can't be teaching people that the black woman is God without the black man. You're
that's a
actually
whole fact.
teaching
Because
the
the black man is
opposite,
thought and
and
the woman
and
is expression from that thing.
yeah, you're actually
Yeah,
like
we can go to the molecule of things.
yeah,
If you
you're
want to break it down. Science of things. We can go to the science of
He already
biology.
did. He already
That's
broke
what
it
Poppy
down.
did. He goes to the science of things. That's what we're ruled by. We're ruled by facts, not just subjective feelings and how we feel in the moment.
right.
The
Yeah.
Most High Chief Babaji rules our whole world. He is our mind, and we're going to express that.
You
You're going to see
sound
that in
dumb
the
as
end.
shit, man.
That we are the
You be
expression of
quiet.
His
You be
thought and
quiet.
power.
The Baba G
Whoa,
runs our
whoa, whoa,
mind.
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
sorry.
whoa,
My
whoa,
fault. 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 Hey,
whoa, whoa,
my
whoa,
fault.
boy.
My
Y'all
fault.
go
My
back to your
fault,
place.
bro.
Go back to your
My
place. I
fault.
got it from here.
My
I
bad.
got it from here. I got it
My
from here.
Nature,
I
bad.
got
press
it from here.
start.
Go ahead.
No, my
Go ahead.
fault.
Go ahead.
I
Go
didn't
ahead.
mean it. I
Disrespect the
didn't
black
mean it.
woman.
I lost
Disrespect the black
control.
woman.
Start, brother.
I lost
Disrespect. No,
control.
no, no, no. Go ahead.
I lost
Disrespect the black
control.
woman.
My
Go ahead.
fault.
Go ahead. Disrespect her. Now show the real you.
My
Show the
fault.
real you. Now show the real you.
My bad. I
Yeah. Now
lost
show the
control.
real you.
I take accountability.
Yeah. Nah. You
My
see, you
fault.
showing
Start.
the
My
real
fault.
you.
Exactly.
Who are you to even say anything to the black woman? You can't say nothing to the black woman. The black woman is your God, nigga. She rules you. Now you talking to her. You tell her stupid. Now show your real colors. Yeah. Why you got your daughter in your hand? See?
Crazy.
Y'all niggas is crazy. You see, so, you know what I'm saying?
Right when it gets triggered, it comes
As soon
out.
as you get triggered, the real shit come out.
Exactly.
Control as a self of man.
Yeah, you could have agreed to disagree, said, I respect your opinion, I agree to disagree,
And
and if you
fuck
ever
them
feel anything
dumbass
different, I'll teach
motherfuckers. Them
something different.
motherfuckers sound dumb
And
as
he
hell.
kept it moving, you know?
Subjective to my life in molecules and biology. Girl, did you sit your dumb ass down? You over there with a cold pedophile. You's a
How is
clown
that
ass
No,
female.
no,
dumb?
You over there with a pedophile. Are you stupid?
Nature, press
Bring your
start.
babies around this nigga and see what happened. Fuck is you talking about? Stop fucking playing with me, Nature Boy. Come on. Stop trying to switch shit on me, bro. I've been 100 with you, but now you trying to switch shit
you
on me.
see it?
Like,
They
for
go to
real.
real set. There you go. They go to real you.
Nigga
This is
motherfucker
your
talking
real
about
you. Yeah. You
myology,
disrespect
subject.
women.
She
You
said
disrespect women
Baba
that
G
you
controls
feel
my mind.
you
Who the
when you
fuck is
feel that the
Baba
woman is
G?
stupid. When you feel a woman is
Who the
not a
fuck is Baba
queen,
G?
when you feel a woman is not a goddess, you call her disrespectful things, and there it
I
is.
didn't call her nothing
Checkmate,
disrespectful.
nigga.
Did
This
I
is
call
it's
that woman
over.
out her name?
I'm done with this.
Did I call that?
Bye.
Oh, peace, deuces.
Bye.
Did I call that woman out her name?
Bye. Yeah, you did call them out their name. I'm gonna let y'all talk to this nigga. I'm out. As soon as the PK, I'm out. Like this, it's over now. Everybody see the real you.
What's the real me?
You said that even in a woman, you said that woman in her ignorance is still a queen, and that you would uplift them. At the end of the day, you just call her
Yeah.
stupid and dumb as hell. So right here on camera, you went
I
against
said
your
she
own
sounds
teacher.
dumb as shit. Right. She does. She sounds dumb.
Checkmate.
For any
Checkmate.
woman,
No, you
that
said
would
no.
let a man have control of her mind,
Checkmate.
that means she gave up her life to a man. That makes no sense.
That's a generational curse.
No, it's not
No.
control. It's
She
agreeance.
said
They said
Baba
that they
G
agree with me.
runs
They're in
my
agreement.
mind.
They said they're in
She
agree.
said Baba G
Listen,
runs my
they
mind.
are
Why
in
would I not say that's
agreement with
dumb?
me. No, hold up,
Listen, Nature Boy,
hold up.
Nature Boy,
They
Nature
said
Boy,
that
let me
they're
talk,
clearly.
bro.
They
Let me
said,
talk.
and I
Let
will,
me talk,
and I will
bro.
say this. They
Stop
said
talking
again.
over me. I let you
Again, they
talk. Let me
said,
respond.
I
Let
wanna
me
defend what they
respond.
said. They said that they agree with me. They said they agree with me, and they're one with me and what I teach. That's all they said. They said that they agreed with me. Period. That they think the way I think. Me and them are in agreement. They see the things the way I see them. You said they dumb as hell,
Nature Boy.
and now you trying to. Look how you trying
No,
to.
she really loved me. She really loved me. Those women, you cannot be a woman if you're submissive to a man. Put it that way. You can never be a woman if you're submissive to a man. I promise you.
Wow!
You can't be a woman if you're submissive to a man. You cannot
Wow!
be a woman if you're submissive to a
I
man.
agree to this. Wow! This,
Look at what they're doing in Babylon right now.
That was the exposure right there. They took all our men. Where's our man?
this is this is what's going. Yo,
I ain't got nobody to submit to. I gotta be hard all the time. A woman doesn't have her own mind. She has
Sean,
the
you
mind
see
of a
this?
man.
I'm
She
just
expresses
I'm
that
just in the
mind
middle. I'm
based
just the one
off
who
of
brought this together.
Yeah, I know
I'm
you in the
quiet.
middle, bro. But I see you see.
I ain't got no dog in this fight. My opinion does not count nowhere.
that lady can be out of control and
Damn,
chaotic.
that
A man
the
there should
woman got to be the man. The woman got to be the man. That's crazy.
So everybody that's listening, let me say what I gotta say. Everybody that's listening right now, what does a man do? Hold on,
I
let me
agree to
let me
disagree,
talk.
brother.
A man gets on his knee and a man gives you a ring. Getting on your knee is a form of submission. A man goes and gets the groceries. A man builds the house. A
That's a
man
European
submits to a
concept.
woman. A woman
That's
is
a
supposed to
European
stand on her
concept.
motherfucking toes
That's a
and take care
European
of that
concept.
household. That is not submission. That is doing a job, and that places her in that divine feminine. A woman's never supposed to submit to a man. I don't know why y'all do that. That's when you lose your godhood. That's when you lose your power. Run these niggas.
Let me ask you this. 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 Is a man supposed to lead or no?
A
Or is a
woman
woman supposed to lead?
runs the household. A man works for a woman.
That's it. That's it right there, bro. So a man
A
ain't supposed to
woman
lead?
runs the household. A man works for the woman. A man is the helper of a woman.
Bro.
A man was put here to help the woman. To help the woman.
So let me ask you this, brother. Is that why you babysitting?
Right, it is. I told you that earlier,
Exactly.
Baba. All day, every day. All day.
Okay.
All day. That's it.
Okay. So your woman, you running the household and your woman
No, my
out
woman.
doing what she
Hey,
do.
I don't have a woman. I'm single. I'm just a single father that knows how to take care of my child.
Then where your woman at? If you got all
I'm
the answers,
single. I
where's
don't
your
need.
woman at?
I don't have a woman. I'm single.
Wait. How can you be single if you got all the
I've
answers,
been in a
brother?
relationship.
Where the woman at around you? Okay, so if you got all the answers and what your theories are right,
I
where is
chose.
your woman? Why are you
I
sitting
chose.
there with the baby?
Let me
Why are you
explain
sitting
to
there
you.
with the
Let me
baby and not
explain to
with
you.
the mother? Let me explain. Go ahead,
I
explain
chose to
that,
be a
brother.
father over being lustful and having to deal with a woman right now. I wanted to be a good father rather than be a good man to a woman. So I took my energy and I put.
Right,
Hold
but
on,
you
let me
teach
explain, bro. Why
but you
you
must
keep
have
cutting me off?
attracted a good. Okay,
So
go
at
ahead,
the
brother.
end
Go
of
ahead,
the day,
brother.
I
Go ahead.
put my energy into my daughters. I put my energy into my son. I'd rather be a good father opposed to being sitting here worrying about a woman. But I can get any woman that I want. And I'm pretty sure
Okay.
your woman know that. I don't have a problem with a woman. Let me be a
Okay. So let
father.
me
I've been
let
with
me
women
let
all
me
my
ask you
life.
this.
Hold
Let
on,
me
hold
ask you
on.
this question. Let me ask you this question.
Let me finish,
I want to
bro.
ask you this
I've been with
question.
women all my life. I've been with
I got a
women all my life.
question.
Let me take a break and let me be with my children. So at the end of the day, everybody that's been on this app has seen me
Right.
on this app for the last 7 months be with my daughter, be with my children. So I don't know what the fuck y'all talking
Right.
about trying to bash a
Right.
motherfucking father. A giggle
We
giggle.
see you being a
Bitches
single mother.
motherfucking your goddamn children. Where's your
We see you
children?
being a single mother. We see you being a
Where's
single mother.
your
They with their mother.
children?
They with their
I'm
mother.
asking a woman. All you women over there, where's their children?
I'm asking you. I'm
I
asking
hear a
you.
lot of
I'm asking you
giggles.
this.
I
This is
hear
what
a
I'm
lot of
asking you, brother.
giggles. Where are their
If you
children?
got all the answers
Where's
and
the
you saying that
woman's
you
children?
said the
Because
black
all they
woman is
want to do
God.
is fuck.
You
They
said
don't have a
the wait,
brain.
I got a question for you, brother. I got a question. Where I'm gonna ask you the question, bro. This is the question. If you have all these answers about the black woman being God and you worship the black woman, where is the woman at?
I got 6 of them, bro. And I take care of them and my children. I got a mother and a grandmother. They're all around me. I don't know. And I got goddesses in the indigo flames.
What I'm saying,
I
where
don't
is
need a
your wife?
wife. What are you talking about, a wife?
So
You're
you're not in a
talking about
functional
sexual.
relationship. Listen, I'm
Hey,
asking you a
if
question.
you listen, hold on.
I'm talking
Hold on a
about
second.
you
Hold on a
being in a
second. Hold on.
functional. I'm talking
Hold
about you
on.
being in some kind of a.
Let me say
I'm talking about
something.
you being in a.
Nature boy,
I'm
you
talking
gonna let me
about you being in
answer?
a functional. I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Where is a where is your
Are
functional
you gonna let me
relationship
answer?
at?
Just let me answer right quick. I'm on here. I'm on here.
Where's the
Listen,
functional
I'm on here
relationship?
10 hours a day. I got about 40 goddesses on here, if not more. And we have a mental and a spiritual relationship. We
Mm-hmm.
just don't have the physical. Just like you have a physical and financial relationship with those women, but you don't have a spiritual relationship. See, I'm not talking about you, so how do you talk about me? If I'm in a relationship with these women every day, we build every day, we talk every day.
There
How
you
are we
go,
not
assuming
together?
shit. You assuming shit. You assuming
What I'm
shit. You
saying
don't
to
know that to
you
be facts. You
is
so
I'm on here
subjective
with
like a
these women
female.
every day.
What I'm seeing here, and Sean, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna close out. I'm
Why
off
you
this because
gotta
that's
go?
just
Why
crazy.
you running?
What I'm seeing here, what I'm saying, because I really ain't
Because
gonna
you
waste my
can't
time
fuck
no
with
more
me,
with this.
nigga.
And listen, what I'm gonna say is this. What I'm
I
saying,
know
I
you
don't
can't.
want to. Hey, listen. Hey, Sean. Listen. What I see here, and my conclusion to everything that's going on, talking to this brother, what I realize is that this dude is a feminine male. He's a man. He has a man's body, but he's a woman on the inside. And I
Okay.
see this clearly. And
Okay.
I'm done with him.
Now,
I'm done talking to him. I realize he's a single mother. He's a single mother, and this dude is a female.